reading from Luke's Gospel. Now one day when he was praying alone in the presence of his disciples, he put this question to them: "Who do the crowds say I am?" And they answered, "John the Baptist, others Elijah, and others say one of the ancient prophets come back to life." "But you," he said, "who do you say I am?" It was Peter who spoke up. "The Christ of God," he said. But he gave them strict orders not to tell anyone anything about this. "The Son of Man," he said, "is destined to suffer grievously, to be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and to be put to death, and to be raised up on the third day." Then to all he said, "If anyone wants to be a follower of mine, let them renounce themselves and take up their cross every day and follow me. For anyone who wants to save their life will lose it. But anyone who loses their life for my sake, that one will save it." I find this a pretty confronting piece of scripture. I hear Jesus saying to me, "Who do you say I am?" Some days it's one answer, and some days it's another answer. And some days I'm not sure I even have an answer. I certainly know that as I've journeyed through life, my answers have changed. And I think that's appropriate, because as we mature and grow, as we have experiences that we deal with or maybe don't deal with, our lens on God and on Jesus, the Son of God, changes. I think it's difficult to try and explain to others who you think God is, because your facet of God or your view of God may be so very different from theirs. And I don't think Jesus was asking us this question so that we could tell others or convince others. I think he was inviting us to go deeply into our own hearts and minds and souls and meet him there and look him face to face and answer him in our own way. And I guess if I do that, I'm then called to a conversion of life, to taking up my cross, to following Jesus. And inevitably, as we know from the Gospels, that will lead to the road to Calvary. And being human, not such a good thing to want to do that. But then I guess we have to remember the end of that way, that yes, Jesus did appear to die. Jesus did appear to lose his life. But look what he accomplished, and look at the resurrection afterwards. And so in our lives, when we meet those stumbling blocks on the road and we don't know what to do, then maybe we've got to look beyond them and know that Jesus will be there in his resurrected form, the Christ, to draw us forth.